Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today is Monday, which means it's time for an episode of Loadout, the series where you guys, the viewers, get to pick a gun and customization for me to use. The way you do this is you leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of weapon and accessories you'd like me to run with. Now we'll pick one of the top rated comments for the next episode. Today's Loadout comes from Kumti, if that's how you say your name. It's called the It's Not Shit Anymore Loadout. Use the smoke to hide yourself while using the FLIR to shoot at the bad guys. L85A2 FLIR, flash hider, potato grip, smoke, med pack, defibs. Straight and to the point, the whole objective of this loadout is to throw smoke grenades and get the advantage using the optic to see through the smoke and basically take out your opponents while they can't see you. Now since the latest patch, smoke grenades have become far more effective. Not only is the smoke cloud denser, but it lasts longer. So you don't have to spend as much smoke just to create basic cover. Now you can throw one smoke grenade and actually use it as cover to move up, or even use it as cover to shoot people through. And to complement this setup, we have the L85A2 using a flash hider, which is very important because you don't want your enemy to see your flash through the smoke. If your position is given away through the smoke, you have basically rendered the whole smoke effect completely useless, and you no longer have the advantage. And even without the smoke, the FLIR can be a good way to sort of pinpoint your enemies very quickly. Obviously, spotting is one of the best ways to pinpoint your enemies, but using the FLIR is a great way to sort of find somebody quickly if your terrain is sort of littered with different kinds of cover. If you come out of a doorway and you see a forest in front of you and lots of boxes and things to hide behind, just look down the FLIR, scan the environment. Chances are you're going to find your enemy pretty quickly. And obviously you're not always going to have the opportunity to use smoke grenades and the FLIR at the same time, so the scope does work really well on its own, but if you can combine the two, then you're going to get an amazing advantage. One tactic that I found was pretty good, especially if you didn't really know which direction you were about to engage enemies from, was to just throw the smoke grenade at your feet. Conceal yourself, make yourself harder to see, and then just basically look around from inside the smoke with your FLIR optic, and you can usually catch people approaching you. But honestly, the best place to use smoke is usually on a rush map or a map that has a lot of choke points. If you know somebody's trying to get through a narrow hallway, there's going to be a lot of them, chuck smoke down the hallway and just wait. It is incredibly easy to get the kills that you need. Now obviously the FLIR optic in assault rifle is not going to be the ideal in every situation, one of which is close quarter combat. If somebody surprises you in CQB, the FLIR has got a 2x magnification. It's going to be a little awkward in that firefight. Certainly you can try and hip fire, and the L85A2 does have decent hip fire accuracy, but it's not ideal. Right here you're going to see me take advantage of throwing the smoke essentially at my feet and using the smoke cloud to conceal my position. Somebody's even waiting for me in an ambush, but they can't see me, and I'm able to take them out and clear this building. And I gotta say, there's few things more rewarding than actually using the smoke grenade and having it work out perfectly in combination with your FLIR optic. The only problem is that smoke grenades don't work perfectly, and it has to do with 3D spotting. Yes, smoke grenades are supposed to prevent 3D spotting through the smoke grenade, so you shouldn't be able to spot somebody on the other side of smoke by hitting the Q button. However, if somebody else spots you from, say, a different angle, oftentimes somebody through the smoke is going to be able to see that little red triangle and shoot you regardless. I can't tell you how many times I was just shot through a smoke cloud knowing that my target definitely did not have line of sight visibility on me. The other issue has to do with hit markers. If there is a smoke grenade up and you start spraying through it randomly and you get some hit markers, you know that you just shot somebody through that smoke and to continue shooting in a certain direction. It certainly worked out for a lot of my opponents, mowing me down while I was hiding in my smoke cloud. This made me think a lot about how effective smoke grenades are in Insurgency, where you throw the grenade, Insurgency does not have 3D spotting or hit markers, so you have no way of knowing if you actually did tag somebody by spraying randomly through a smoke cloud. So without question, it is not a perfect system, but it is a rewarding system if you use it in the right situations. I would highly recommend using it on, say, Operation Locker's Rush. This is definitely going to infuriate a lot of people. It's potentially game breaking if used on the appropriate weapons. Perhaps a machine gun like the MG4 and smoke grenades with the FLIR sight would just absolutely obliterate people. It's also worth noting that just normal grenades, RPGs, and general explosives do cause a lot of smoke in this game. It's got a very cool particle effect system, so you're going to be able to see through a lot of smoke that other people are not going to be able to see through, and it's just basically going to clear up the battlefield and change things from, is that a target, to, oh, that's definitely a target, start shooting now. You want to watch out for people trying to counter your tactic by equipping their your own FLIR sights, and this will become pretty apparent, especially if you're getting a little too ballsy with your tactic and stepping too far out in the open once you've deployed smoke. Often you will get mowed down by somebody else using the same type of optic, so still try and peek out of cover like you normally would to take your shots and not getting too gung-ho about it. Now when it comes to the L85A2 assault rifle, this gun has seen a universal upgrade since the last patch. Obviously the damage patch did apply to this weapon, so its max damage has been reduced from 25 to 24, but the rest of the gun has actually improved, so that you're going to see better recoil control with this weapon, better accuracy overall, better hipfire recoil. It's just going to be a universal improvement, and if you liked the gun before, then you should like it even better now. Could we find a better assault rifle to combine with the FLIR? I'm sure it wouldn't be difficult. Something accurate and able to precisely hit headshots on targets far away and even handle itself in close quarters. The Scar H comes to mind, the M416. There's a good amount of assault rifles out there that are definitely going to perform really well with the FLIR, but the L85A2 is certainly handling itself just fine in this situation. Its aiming down sight accuracy is not quite up to par. That is the only area that I would kind of complain about this gun for the specific situation, because I did run into a lot of long range engagements where I just needed a little bit better long range accuracy to finish off my kills. The setup with the gun using the potato grip / stubby grip is definitely a good way to run it. The flash hider is also great. Suppressor might have been useful for some of the more CQB maps, and that could be something you would consider switching to depending on the game mode that you are actually playing. Overall, I'm actually quite pleased that the tactical grenades got significant upgrades. The smoke grenades and flashbangs are now much more effective in Battlefield 4, and it's just a really nice thing to see power swing from killing grenades to tactical grenades. They definitely have a use in Battlefield, and I think we're going to see a lot more people running FLIR optics and night vision optics in the near future. Anyway, that wraps it up for this episode of Loadout. Don't forget to leave your comments down below letting me know what you would like me to run for next week's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. This is LevelCap signing off.